aggressive Ty Gibbs was yesterday in the ARCA race. He wanted to get to the lead. It's so much easier to lead one of these races than trying to...
Oh, man, Noah Gragson.
Yeah, his nose is off. And look at all the smoke from 9 car of Noah Gragson. That's first corner trouble right there.
And what's incredible, and I said he's a good road racer, but I feel like every time we go to a road course this season, he has trouble, and now we've got the 17 of Cody Ware around in the keyhole.
That's because of the oil coming from the 9 car. He's going to lose that engine if he doesn't stop right now. The oil was out. Disappointment. Let's see what happened here. You can see everybody kind of slips off the track a bit. Noah couldn't see where he was going, just certainly got way wide.
Everybody was running a little bit wide there, and when the dirt went up, you couldn't really tell where you were. This view is obviously going to be better for us, but you can see Noah Gragson could not see anything as everybody was running a little bit wide in turn 1.
This is a great view from our Fox Sports cameras, as you can see. Bam! Like Brandon Brown in the 68 was the first car off, but
of what we saw a couple weeks ago at Coda and how different that road course is compared to Mid-Ohio. At Coda, you run off.
It hasn't been a great passing zone, but Justin was able to pull that off. And you see, very similar to what we saw with Noah Gragson, just got a little bit wide right there, Michael. Huge amount of dirt in the splitter. And
wow, and then that right front tore off of it. That'll end his day. And interesting that first corner is causing our guys so much trouble. Obviously, there's not much margin for error.
Driving for a colleague, you got Justin Haley in third, Jeb Burton in fourth, and Miguel Paludo is off track.
Yeah, he's stuck. And that team used the strategy. They come to Buford. Can he get going?
I'll tell you what,
I'd be impressed.
That's pretty incredible if he's going to be able to get that out of there. I haven't seen anybody be able to do that.
And if he gets it going, it really probably works out okay for him, right? Because if there's...
Bundle home and car insurance.
Saturday is baseball night in America. When the Sox face the Yanks, it's game on. Because this is the biggest rivalry in sports. Wow! Baseball night in America, tonight at 7 Eastern.
Now this is battling for a spot inside of the top 10 for that stage point. Brandon Brown said, I need it worse than you, Jade. Excuse me.
Yeah, he left the door open, Michael.
He did.
Yeah. I don't know if he really said, I need it worse than you do, but based on where he is in the standings, he does.
That's where they have improved the most over the competition.
Preston Pardus off track in the 90. Will he get going? Or
A.J. Allmendinger wants a caution.
Spot is more grip. Oh. Brandon Jones, excuse me, looked like he was afraid there was something ahead of that dirt.
It sounded to me like he was doing a little bit of short shifting, Michael, and obviously lifting a little early.
You know what I think's interesting, though, Jamie? He needs to burn one lap off. You know, just maybe run a 87.50. Like
Ware, who spins out here coming toward the start-finish line. I don't think Austin needs to know things like this are happening that could cause a caution.
Yeah, Andre.
Now this might bring the yellow. Jeb Burton.
Is that Myrtle Beach?
This is
that is a caution. Actually, there's no doubt. He's stuck right now,
guys. That's not sand, as Jamie pointed out to me earlier.
That is gravel.
It's gravel. Jeb Burton back on track. He did lose a lap after this in turn 4.
Locked up the right front, and it just slid him into the gravel there off turn 4.
Nice recovery. The one thing is, once you lock that front tire up, the only way you can get the car slowed down is to let off the brake, which you can't afford to do at that point.
Gibbs in the middle, and it's A.J. Allmendinger through to the lead. What a pass on the restart by Dinger, and trouble for Cindric, who's off track. No caution yet.
So interesting that
Kyle Weatherman in the 47. Brett Moffitt in the 02 there. Watch the 11 bounce all over the place.
Yeah, and the 11 is trying to give Ty Gibbs a push there, right? He sees a little bit of momentum
here. You can see the got to the gas early, but the contact right here. Nothing Justin Haley could do. You could see his front end bouncing around there.
Here's the restart.
See, AJ drives in there, gets in deep, gives those guys plenty of room though, right on the curb, uses them up a little bit on exit, Michael, which I think is expected.
And then a chain reaction crash, bam. And then into Haley, into Austin Cindric, and away went Cindric.
And another caution, Michael, our 7th of the day. Chris Wright, Alex LeBay among those off track. LeBay drives away out of the gravel. but Wright driving for Sam Hunt, unable to pull away. And
tell what happened here. There's Wright and Brandon Jones off the curb into Chris Wright, and somebody's going to run into him.
Yeah, and it looked like Brandon Jones just got up on the curb, and it'll shoot the car out, and then, you know, there's nowhere for these other guys to go as you see Chris Wright spinning around.
Andy Lally along with Miguel Paludo.
Yeah, Andy's going to be mad at himself. He dropped the right front off on the exit of turn 13. It cost him big contact with Riley Herbst and Miguel Paludo.
a caution here would end the race because the leader has taken the white flag. We'll see what happens as now Herbst goes around. Since it's the final lap, I would say they're going to let him race back. Allmendinger starting to pull away. Miguel Paludo, and then Paludo gets shoved off in the grass here.
Yeah, and you know, Jamie Howe reported that Andy Lally had some brake issues earlier in the race, and look, he just overshoots the corner right there. I don't think he can get his car slowed down. I don't think that was intentional by any means.